YouTube, what's happening is Tuesday, October 15th, and we have one game to talk about in the baseball playoffs. Yesterday was a doubleheader with two games. They went all right. The last game, we got hooked on the total, and then we actually hit the HRR with Quan. I mean, whatever, we'll take it. We'll move on. In the first game, I'm just backwards on that series, whatever. But today we have Cleveland, we have New York. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. We're going to look at the stats. We're going to look at props. We're going to look at all that. So enough talking. Let's go ahead and jump to that first game right now. All right, starting with this, we're going to look at the odds. We see that it looks like the Yankees are minus 170 with a total of 7 currently. Let's pop over to the stats to see what they've been up to. This is the Yankees numbers. We can see that currently the top batter is Stanton still. We go by the averages. Wells is just trash right now, Tor 211, Stanton 386. Chisholm's down to 105. He's just getting worse. Soto is up to 353, starting to heat up. Verdugo 235, Judge. So you can see who's done what and who's struggling mightily. When it comes to the Guardians, we can see their numbers. Obviously, Quan's still the beast, even though he's below 500. He only went 1 for 4 yesterday with a hit and RBI. He's still 480. I mean, dude's a monster. Naylor's struggling. Thomas 273, that's average. Struggling. Jose's at 150. Is weird seeing your star. I was thinking Jose's obviously the star, and he's only at 150. What? Rocchio, I know somebody put the pronunciation in there, and I'm gonna butcher it because that's what I do. I butcher names. So yeah, you see 421 though. Dude's been doing his work, whatever his name is. It's for Fry. Noel just needs to sit his ass down. 067, go on somewhere. You see they struggling hard here. So let's look at who's pitching today. Today we got, come to the schedule, it looks like it's going to be a Bibee and Cole. Let's start with Bibee himself. You can see 12 and 8, 347, 187, and 112 on the number on the whip. We see the numbers. His 2 games against Detroit had a gem and then a pretty good game. I mean, 4 hits, 2 earned. It's not a bad game. It's a good game. So you see the numbers the rest of the season. The question is, like we've been asking all postseason, is how many times has he played the Yankees? Let's look. He's played Detroit a lot of times. That was a lot of times to play Detroit. But you have not played the Yankees at all. I see no Yankees on here anywhere. Oh, I mean, when you play Detroit 6 times in a season, I guess you don't have time to play the Yankees. Okay, well, there's you go. There's your numbers. Let's look over at Garrett Cole. Now, see what he's been up to. 8 and 5, 341 with 99 strikeouts at a 1.13 whip. We can see his 2 KC games were pretty good. 7 innings, 1 earned. 5 innings, 3 earned. That's average. We'll say it's average. Maybe even kind of down a little bit, but this is pretty good. How many times has he faced Cleveland? Let's look. He faced him on 822, went 6 innings, 1 hit gem with, I say gem, but then he threw 5 walks. Like, is that really a gem? You might as well just gave up 6 hits. It's the same damn thing. A walk and a hit, kind of the same. 2 strikeouts. So, but hey, whatever. You won the game 6-0. Outside of that, that's the only time you faced him. That was it. So we have a game where you look good, but 5 walks is concerning. That's real concerning. So those are your pitchers. Let's pop over to the props and see what we have cooking over here. So we want the pitchers, and I want today's game, not all these other games. Bibee and Cole. Let's start with Cole first, just because we're already talking about him. Just makes sense. So, okay, here's Cole's history versus Cleveland's bats. You can see what he's done. 188 and 16 appearances is not good. 125 and 16 is terrible. Now 391 and 23 for Jose is pretty damn good, but we just saw Jose is playing like shit right now. So do you really want to trust that? I don't trust that. I mean, this looks good historically. So if you think Jose breaks out of his slump, this might be the play. This might be the one you take, because if he needs a slump buster, this is the slump buster right here. He gets to face Cole. 0 for 2, 2 for 8. Buck 54 and 13, 0 for 2. You see all the numbers there. So you see who's the ones that really be paying attention to, and based on how they're currently doing, you got to weigh those options, make a decision. So far, I don't know if I'd like any of this. And this is how they are versus righties for the whole season. You get to see the numbers. I don't really care about these anymore, but hey, some of you do, and I want to make sure I give you the information you come here for. So there you go. Oh, let's look at the props. Outs, 17.5. So they're saying, okay, the number, if he goes 6 innings, we get paid on the pitching outs. Does he go 6 innings? It's a question. He has gone 6 innings only 47% of the time this year. So I wouldn't trust that. I wouldn't trust that at all. And it's playoff time, because yeah, it's just, who knows what the hell's going to happen. You can get pulled quick in the playoffs, get quick hooks. So no strikeouts. We can see what strikeouts are, 5.5. No, I don't need a little coffee. A little bit of that liquid caffeine. Let's see, 5.5 strikeouts whole season, gone over 50% of the time head to head. 3, 8, and 2. Not really feeling it that much. Don't. Yeah, it's Cleveland. Remember, Cleveland's one of those top two teams in the league against strikeouts. San Diego and Cleveland, you do not take strikeout props against them unless you just feel like gambling, because that's essentially what it is. Because Cleveland is so disciplined. No matter how garbage the bats are, they're going to be disciplined. That's a fact. Hits 5, 5, and 1. His number's 4.5. He's gone over 58% of the time this year. Earned runs 42% of the time, and 2, 2, and 0. So he's had 3 good games. 2 runs is not a bad game, but for the prop is bad because you hit the over. And walks 2, 3, 5. See, look at his walks. See, and that was his worst game. So that was a one-off though. And yeah, you have control, but something about this game was weird. I guess you were trying to make him chase too much, and they gave a walk because you only gave it 1 hit in this game. So whatever. That's cool. Let's pop over here to old Babby. Let's see what he's got going on. Look at his numbers. Boop. All right, let's see. Scroll down. That's a lot of green. That's the first thing I noticed is green. 0 for 2, 1 for 2, 1 for 2, 1 for 3, 1 for 3, 1 for 2. This is all one game. This isn't enough data. There's not enough data points here to make an educated decision. But you can see that Volpe had a home run. That's cool. But that's not enough information for me. Here's how the Yankees are all season versus righties. You can see the numbers. A lot of damn green up there. A lot of green, but I don't really care about this number anymore. Oh, look at those strikeouts. 4.5. They don't even have outs up here because they don't know, because everybody knows Cleveland is a quick hook with that bullpen they got. They love their bullpen. They will pull Bobby's ass out in 3 innings if they have to. For the whole year, he went over 4.5 strikeouts 67% of the time. He hovered on that 4 or 5 mark a lot, though. I couldn't trust that. I just can't. No. No, I'm scared of Cleveland starting pitchers right now. I just know the hook's coming. You just know it is. So, hits allowed, he's gone over 3.5, 76% of the time. Head to head, he gave up 4. How many head strikeouts? He had 5 on the head to head. Okay, I don't like this. Earned runs, he's. I mean, this is looking at this for the whole season. That ain't that good. That's a lot of runs. Wow, head to head, he gave up 2. What is the number? 1.5. Of course it is. And walks the whole season. Yeah, okay. Head to head 0. So I don't like any of the pitching props. I just don't. Let's go to the bats. Maybe there's something in the bats we can look at. Oh, let's give me today's game. Let's see. Well, if I want to take an Aaron Judge walk and I can hit it, and I can say, "Woo, I want to know," and I can tout that on Twitter for everybody. I'm like, tell you, "Yeah, I want to know," and they're like, "Oh, you're amazing." Like, bro, it's a walk. Like, come on. No, we don't do that right now. We ain't doing that. Yeah, 100% last 5, 90% last 10. You see, Judge. The thing that concerns me is why is this shit only 135? Usually it's like 250. It's always 250 when we see it. Now it's 135. What do they know? What do they know that we don't? They know something. Soto's been on a tear. He's heating up. It's Soto's going to be my play. I'm almost certain. But as soon as I saw Soto heating up, because Soto's up to, go back over here to the screen. What is Soto up to now? Soto is back up to 353. Yeah, he's starting to do work a little bit. Soto's a good option, and I think if I want to go Kwan's always a good option, especially with an HRR. He's good for 2 singles, and at least a single and a run almost every game. Rockio, that's how I'm gonna say it. Pretty decent too. So let's pop that props and look at those 4, see if they pop up. Well, there's Mr. Brayan right there. You can see his right there. 100% last 5, 70% last 10, 70% last 20. He's only at a 120-ish, 130-ish number. Depends on what book you use. Always use multiple books. If you're using one book, you're doing it wrong. You are losing money, because that's how it works. Find the best line. Go price shopping. Shopping's good. Value. I like to call it line thrifting. I like to go look for good lines. So there's him. There's Kwan right above him. Literally 80%, 70%, because Kwan's plus? It's like it's on sale. Why is it on sale? I don't understand. I'm probably gonna take it. I'm probably gonna take all 3 of these, because why the hell not? It's the ALCS. We only have so many baseball games left before the season's over, and we gotta stick with hockey and basketball and football, which I don't mind. I love it. So, all right. So we're gonna rock with averages. We're gonna have fun with this, and we're not taking any pitcher props. We are gonna rock with 3 of these. We're gonna take 4 of these. I'm taking the Judge walk. I don't care. Why not? This is This feels like just a donation because why is this number so low? I don't know. Over 0.5 walks. All right. I mean, sure. Mispriced, I guess. I don't know. No, it's both books. They know something. I don't know. I'm taking Judge. I'm taking Soto over 1.5 HR. I'm taking Quan over 1.5. And you're probably like, why do you take so many HRRs? Because I like the option of having the hits and the runs, because even if you get walked, you still have a chance to get the R because you can get scored. That's it. So, and yeah, hits is one thing, that's cool and all, but home runs, yeah. So, and then Brian, we're gonna go Brian too. Rockio. Yeah, I'm probably butchering that, and Cleveland fans are just sitting there just pulling their hair out like, oh, say it right. Hey, whatever. As long as he gets over 1.5, I'm cool. Oh, I'm sorry, it's over half. That's all we need is over half. Oh, over 0.5 HR. Oh, that sounds even freer. Okay. Works for me. We'll do that. So 4 props. We're going with those 4. Judge, Soto, Quan, Rockio. And now let's go back to the side, because I got to give you a side. I got to say what I'm taking, right? When the playoffs, you have to pick something, whether it be a total or a side, because you're going to watch the game. You got to have something to pull for if you're not a fan of these teams, which I'm not. So Cleveland, New York. New York's 170. New York's heating up. New York won. Let me look at the schedule. Yes, New York's up 1-0. I knew this. I don't know why I said that. Let me look at the. They won 5-2, I believe it was, right? Yeah, 5-2. Yeah, that's right. Hooked me on the over by half. You bitches. Anywho, I don't. I think, you know what? We're pulling for the dogs. It's a dog day Tuesday. We're going Cleveland to tie up the series. That's what we're gonna do. Cleveland money line. We're gonna root for the Guardians. We're gonna see if they can tie it up. We're gonna take those 4 props, and we're gonna call it a day right there. So I appreciate you watching. Drop a like and subscribe. Let me know if you're taking anything. Let me know if I overlooked something. Let me know how to say this dude's name right, because I'm clearly saying it wrong probably. But if I'm saying it right, tell me. And we'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow is going to be the LA New York thing, and then Thursday we got a doubleheader. Hey, perfect. See you then. Peace.